Hi, Macy. Thanks for being on the Idaho Bride podcast.
Hi, Ivy. Thank you for having me.
How's it feel to be on your first podcast?
Oh, I'm just winging it right now.
That's really fine. What's the story behind your business name?
So I provide a luxury service in my eyes and in my clients' eyes. I've, always liked to make people feel good about themselves and provide a not a subpar, a high-end white glove service. And I got some feedback from clients when I first started a little bit 6 years ago. And they said that I provide a different service than any spray tan they've ever had. They said, you're very luxurious. And I'm like, okay, I actually kind of like that. So I'll roll with it. So that's how luxury spray tan came about.
I love that.
Thank you.
For Ashley's sake. So you moved from California, right?
Yes.
And
guilty.
It's fine. Everybody has. Have you seen, how has that transition been for you?
So it was tough at first because you got to think I'm moving from one state to another. I don't really know too many people. I have a handful of people that I know, and I've built my business and I had my clients, for 6 years. And I'm like, okay, well, got to start somewhere. Yeah. So everyone has been so nice.
Good.
I just started marketing and, meeting people in the community. I'm very heavy on community and supporting other people, even other spray tan artists. I've been networking with others and it's been pretty good. I feel good about it. I'm not where I was, but I'll get there,
Yeah. And you've been here
about 6 months.
I was going to say 6 months, because I remember when you messaged me.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I would love that. I have
I know how it
is. If you don't excuse me, if you weren't doing spray tans, what do you think you'd be doing?
So I actually work full time.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for taking the time to be here.
Yes, I actually took the day off. Like I was telling Amber, I'm like, I need to do this more often. I need to take a day off for myself. So, thank you for the day off. Kids in school and
perfect.
And I'm here. So this is actually my hobby, my passion. I absolutely love spray tanning and making women feel good about themselves in their own skin, just bronzed.
I mean, summer's coming up, so I know.
I got you. Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for more. I agree. Okay, so what do you do full time?
Can't really talk about that.
Okay, I'll cut it.
I am in the medical technology industry, but that's really all I can divulge.
That's fair. Other than it being a luxury service, what's one thing clients would say about working with you?
Attention to detail.
Okay.
So I provide very detailed instructions so that your tan comes out perfectly. And I don't miss a beat. I do that for every single client. And then if you do your part, then I can do my part and make sure your tan is absolutely flawless. I use a pH spray with all my sprays, and then I color match your skin and what your
that's awesome.
Yes, what your event is. So if it's a wedding, it's going to be different than if you're going on vacation. So each tan is different.
Yeah.
And then I provide detailed instructions afterwards. I tell you verbally, I text it to you, I give you a little goodie bag on your first one, and it's also got a card in there of before and after instructions, because I want to make sure that you don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. You don't follow directions, then I can't make you flawless.
Yeah.
So attention to detail. That
is something that I need for sure, because I would likely forget, or I would do something wrong.
Don't worry, I tell you multiple times.
I love it. And that's also super helpful too, because yes, you could say it and obviously you could or couldn't remember, but texting it is nice because it's nice to reference and go back to it. So,
and it's very long. That's why I always tell when people message me on Instagram, I'm like, can you text me please so I can give you your before instructions? And people are probably like, why does she want to text me? Well, because it won't fit in the chat.
Yeah. It works great. What does your dream client look like?
My dream client, one that follows all the pre-tan instructions, like I just said. And honestly, I love all my clients. I treat everyone the same. So my dream client is just one that listens, follows directions, and loves their tan and provides me feedback and leaves me a review and gives me, if I could improve on something, because nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So if I could improve on something, or you want to see something, I want to know.
Yeah.
So.
What's I guess the most important like pre-tan prep?
Exfoliating.
Really?
Yes, exfoliating the dead skin off and then moisturizing. You've got to be moisturized because let's get real, like Idaho is super dry. It's like we're in the desert.
Yes.
My hands are always dry. My lips are chapped. So I'm like, oh gosh, no, you really need to moisturize and exfoliate. Like those are just the two key pieces.
Is that, have you noticed like quite a big difference from where you were to here as far as?
Not really.
Okay.
Like, I mean, everyone's been happy from the feedback that I've been receiving.
Oh, I just meant like anything that you've had to change or like add.
I just tell people to moisturize more often.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I would tell you once, I'd say do it definitely twice a day here, just because it helps your tan fade evenly. And then your skin can get kind of scaly, you know, naturally if you don't even have a spray tan on and it gets dry. So you want to moisturize.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you seen Silence of the Lambs?
I have. It puts the lotion on the skin. Is that where you were going?
Yeah, because I used to work in dermatology, and the PA I worked with, she was like, "Man, I feel like Buffalo Bill or whoever it is."
Wild Bill, Buffalo Bill. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And then this one time, sorry, completely off topic, but we had like a moth problem, and she was like, "I really like maybe you should stop saying that because I really feel like yeah." Anyways, what is the funniest or most unexpected moment you've ever had?
So normally I don't divulge anything that happens in the tent because what's said and happens in the tent stays in the tent. But I will share a funny incident. So I was out of the women's undergarments. I only had the men's because I was spraying for a men's body comp. Okay. And so I had that and I didn't have the other. And one of my clients was like, oh, you know, I forgot undergarments and I think I definitely want a spray tan. And I was like, oh, I have the men's one. So we were like, oh my gosh, it looks like a banana hammock. So every time we talked after that, like we could not stop laughing about it the whole time. And so when she would text me and be like, I want to book my next banana spray tan, like it was just a running joke. And it was just so funny. And still to this day, like if I talk to her, I'm like, hey, banana, you know. So yeah, good times.
At least like you had something, then you were able to get it figured out. What's one of the most challenging situations you've had?
That's a tough one.
When somebody doesn't exfoliate?
When someone doesn't follow their instructions, no. So I've had clients like not turn out as dark as they want because of, you know, the women thing that happens every single month. I don't want to say that, but you know. So I started doing research and I'm like, you know, I wonder if that has any effect on your spray tan. And sure as heck, it does.
Really?
You know, your pH levels can be off. Hormones hormones are mean to us as women. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's what it is. So I started putting a blurb in my instructions like, hey, if you're, you know, experiencing that and you come to get a spray tan, your spray tan could be like 20% lighter and it might not take effect. It also, it was a learning curve for me, you know, so I dug into it, figured it out, and I actually have a solution for it now, but you know, so that is
not something I ever would have thought.
No.
Like, I mean, it messes everything up. So, I mean,
like, why wouldn't it mess your spray tan up?
Right. Huh, that's interesting. Do you have any, I guess that one doesn't really apply, so I'm going to skip that. So how did you get into spray tanning?
So a good friend of mine asked me to come look at a business with her back in 2018 and ended up being a tanning salon. She was like, what do you think? You know, I want your opinion. And I helped her kind of navigate through that. And she was like, do you want to help me? Help me. And I was working full time. I always work full time. So I just overwhelm myself and take extra things on. And so she was like, let's do this. Yeah. So I ended up getting into spray tanning and because it was tanning beds.
Oh, okay.
But they had all the spray tanning equipment. And so she paid for us to go get certified with Cholet in Rockland, California. And I had in-person training for 8 hours. And I just adore those people too. I still talk to some of the girls over there. Oh. But the rest is history.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
I was managing a spray tan salon and spraying there. And I realized like, wow, like this is an artistic outlet for me. I really enjoy making people feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
So that's my jam.
Yeah. That's not something that I would have ever considered. But like, I get like, yeah. What is your least favorite part about spray tanning?
I don't really think I have any, like, I wouldn't do it, if I didn't like it, but I love it, you know, and I'm very flexible. So if people are like, hey, can you spray me today? Like, absolutely. Like, come on over. Like, we'll figure it out. So sometimes people need an extra boost of confidence, or they just want to feel better. Because I noticed like the seasonal depression here, it hits big.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking about that the other day when it was really nice out. I was like, I think I had like a little bit of seasonal depression. Yeah. Because you don't realize it until you're out of it.
No.
And I was like, man, like,
I'm so happy to see you, son.
Yes. And then it got cold and windy and snowy, and I was like,
fall spring. I think we're at fall spring 1. I think we're still on that stage.
Still have like 2 or 3 more. What's a common misconception people have about spray tanning?
That they don't need it, especially when it comes to weddings.
Oh yeah.
I've seen brides like not get them, and then I've seen a bride with a spray tan. And I just think even like a little tiny bit of color just really enhances your dress, the way you feel, your makeup, your photos, everything. Yeah. So I really feel like I want to drive that home, get the spray tan. Like, that's why I offer packages, because you can do a trial. If you decide like, I don't want DHA because I'm afraid it's going to rub off on my dress, I have a solution for that. I have a clear one, so it won't mess your dress up. It just, I really. Yeah. And you'll see.
Yes. I'm excited. Do you think that the guys should get it too?
It depends. So if they're extra translucent, if they're pale, and you don't want to be next to your bride who is, you can tell has had a spray tan and you are not. So I do recommend, if you're both, into it, then I would definitely do it. I've
seen some pictures. The reason I brought that up is because I've seen some pictures, and it was actually somebody like specifically pointing it out. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have picked up on it as much, because I haven't before. But it was them standing next to each other, and it was him next to her with a spray tan, and then him next to her without a spray tan. I don't remember how they did it, or maybe I don't remember.
Kind of like a before after type of thing.
It must have been. And it looked like so much better and so much more cohesive with it. And I had never even considered like suggesting to a man to get a spray tan before a wedding.
I got a spray tan before I went dress shopping. So my best friend actually does spray tans too. And so I made sure, and that's actually, you can see it on my Instagram. You can see like, it just makes the dress look so much better. So you have a better perspective of, I don't like that shade of white because it washes me out. And so it really tells you like, I'm going to love this dress because I have a spray tan. Yeah. So I recommend it. I got a spray tan. My husband got a spray tan. I sprayed him, obviously. Yeah. I sprayed my whole wedding party. That's so And then my best friend who was in the wedding, she sprayed me. So, and that's actually this picture. So I sprayed everyone, and then she sprayed me. So you can see.
So cute. I'll blow that picture up for that too. If people are on the fence about getting a spray tan, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to book a trial with me. At least I offer free consultations, especially for my brides. Like, I will answer all your questions. I have like before and after pictures I can provide. I can give you more perspective. Trials, definitely do a trial, and then you can see like, I want this, or I don't want it. Maybe it's not for you.
Yeah. How far in advance would you book a trial?
So I would definitely do it before you do, like if you're going to go do a makeup trial, get the spray tan there. So at least 3 months before. Okay. I recommend the spray tan for dress shopping, for your bachelorette party, your bridal shower, like every single event. Because you don't want to look
crusty.
Like not crusty, but pale in one event and then not the other. So if you're consistent with all your photos, then, and then get a better perspective, and then everyone could be like, you should go darker, or you should go lighter, and you'll have an idea.
And you'll have an idea, like, because you're getting those events probably photographed, or somebody's taking pictures.
Someone's taking pictures. So you're capturing all those memories.
Yeah. And you'll have an idea of how it photographs.
Yep. Yeah. If you need to go darker for the lighting,
Yeah. That's smart. What's the most rewarding part of spray tanning people for their wedding?
Being a part of their special day. I am obsessed with weddings.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I look back on my wedding, I'm like, would I change anything? Because you see like all these new trends and things coming out. And I'm like, oh, I would have done that. Or, you know, I wish I would have done that. Or I would have known about that. So, you know, I just love being a part of all things wedding. And I actually make myself available that whole weekend. So if there's an oops, or if you like get water splashed on you or a dog licks you, like, you know, because I tell everyone, I'm like, marinate in your spray tan. Yeah. You're not allowed to do dishes. You are not allowed to like get dogs, animals, anything around you. Like, you just need to relax. Yeah. So if there's an oops, by any means, I will come to you. I will fix it. Like, I like to provide that white glove service, that luxury service. Yeah.
2 questions. 1, is there any wedding trends that you're loving right now? That you wish you would have done?
So it's actually funny, the like singing, like doing the songs and then having the whole bridal party do the singing. I think Ashley did it, actually.
The singing?
The singing.
Do you know what she's doing?
Do you remember? Like, you guys were singing at the one I sprayed you for? They were like it was like a rap song, and you started singing, and then everybody came in and started singing, like lip syncing.
Yeah, the TikTok.
The TikTok, yes. I can't even remember the name of it, but like that TikTok trend. And then, I mean, there's just so much that I wish I would have had my wedding at a barn, you know, but it is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I love the rustic trend. I love my dress. Like, I wouldn't have changed that. But yeah, definitely like the rustic trend, and just the more like the videos and things that people are just getting super creative nowadays.
They are. Yeah. And I love how well it's able to be documented. Yes.
Versus a videography, like love that. Oh, and the other trend of course is the photo booth.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Stay tuned for our next podcast.
Stay tuned. I love them. They're awesome. So yeah, I wish I would have had a photo booth for sure.
I think those are so fun. And like it's something for the guests to do while like you're getting pictures done or whatever else. Yeah. My other question, what are some specific things that set you apart from other from other spray tan artists?
So I don't really know. Like, I just kind of stay in my own lane.
That's fair.
And I love all the other spray tan artists that are here in town, like, you know, around the Treasure Valley. Like, I talk to them, and everyone's so nice and like supportive. So
do you
I don't
feel
really.
Like that's different from California?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Like, Idaho is just. People are like, why'd you move to Idaho? It's like, I don't even need to explain it. Like, if you just need to come here and experience it, like the people, the scenery, just everyone is so kind. I haven't had a bad experience yet with anyone. Knock on wood. So no, I don't really worry about what anyone else is doing. I stick to my script. Yeah. I know it works. I make sure that if there's like a new product or something I try out, which I actually have new products coming this week. So I'm super excited. But I just try to stay up on trend and make sure that I have everything that you need. And I just offer that service. Yes.
What are some things that your clients have mentioned that you do differently?
So attention to detail, like I mentioned earlier, you just literally come in, I give you the instructions, and I do the rest. Like, you literally don't do anything. And some others, I guess, don't do that. So that's been mentioned a lot. Yeah. And then just like, I check up on everybody.
Well, and I feel like even in our conversation, I've just noticed some things that, like, what I would think a spray tan person would do, it's like 3 levels up. Like, because I feel like, because I've gotten spray tans before, but it's been like at the gym or whatever. Yeah. It's like, and it's definitely nothing like, oh, let me come touch up for you. Like, that's such a luxury.
Yes.
Yes.
Gym. So like a booth tan, you know, when people say like, oh, I got a spray tan at the booth, and I'm like, please don't do that. Like, don't ever do that, because a booth spray is only going to get a fraction of your body. A spray tan artist is going to get into every part of your body. They're going to contour it. They're going to accentuate your curves, like everything. You are not going to get that in a booth. I highly discourage anyone from doing that.
And it's like telling you the instructions, and I'm like, I'm going to mess this up.
To the right.
Yeah.
Put your arm up to the left.
Which one's right?
Yeah. Wait, what? And then you spray left twice, and then only half of your body is sprayed. So yeah, I've seen some very interesting things come out of a booth.
It was always so stressful because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to mess this up. And then you come out.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you can follow directions to go into those.
Yeah, and I'm directionally challenged, so I don't want to sit there and go like, oh, left, right. Is it my left? Is it your left? Right. Anyway, sorry.
That's okay.
What's the most rewarding feedback you've received from a bride or a customer?
Just like the way they felt in their wedding dress and their pictures. And of course, that also has to do with the photographer. But, I just, I love getting feedback. And like I said earlier, I like to improve if you want something different or you need something. I just love the feedback in general. So, yeah.
Yeah. What's one piece of advice you'd give to somebody before their wedding?
Book the spray tan.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, I can't drive home enough about getting a spray tan or at least having a consultation because it's really going to help you find the dress you love.
Yeah.
I really.
Well, and I feel like even in the movies, spray tans are such a staple.
Yes.
Obviously, you got to make sure they
not
get
like
it done
something
right.
about Mary spray tans, or the ones where they come out orange. What's that one bride movie?
I was picturing it and I can't remember the name.
Ladies, help me out here.
Do you remember?
They're best friends and they're going to get married at the plaza on the same day in June.
Yeah.
Bride Wars.
Okay.
Yeah, like how she changed the color in the booth or whatever, and she came out super orange. I promise you, that is not in my color wheel. You will never look orange.
Yeah. And that's again, part of doing your research and making sure that you find somebody who knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
And who's done it.
That's why I recommend a consultation, whether it be with me or somebody else. I highly recommend just having a conversation.
Yeah. Make sure to look at reviews.
Yes, look at reviews, before and afters, and even say, hey, do you have before and afters of brides? Mm-hmm. And give it to them.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could give every couple one piece of advice before their wedding day, what would it be?
I would say make sure to fight fair.
Yeah.
You can always, I don't know. I don't fight with my husband. We fight fair. We could have a disagreement or something, and then we're like, hey, what's for dinner? Hey, you want to, what I mean? Don't stay mad, because that's the little stuff. You can get through everything together and always stay united.
Especially when you have children.
Especially when you have children, always put your marriage first. Go on the date nights. Make your marriage a priority because the kids see how you love each other, and they're going to take that and they're going to have that in their relationships later on in life. Yeah. So be a united front, go on date nights, fight fair, and just love each other.
I love that.
Forgive quickly too.
Yes. Because it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's really not.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.